pulled things apart because last night at 11, I was swatching my watercolors. This one is Case for Making, and I like to put them, I had the idea to put the swatch cards on the outside so when they're in the drawer, I can see what colors are there. And some of them most of them will be laminated so that the smaller ones that I take on the go with me, because they can get messy and you don't want to ruin your beautiful swatch card. I did them on Arches watercolor paper, and I just love the way it looks. So I think that the larger ones I probably won't take on the go. I don't have to laminate them. Plus, I think if I laminate the pearlescent, shimmery, or gold paints, they may dull when I laminate, but I'll try one. But that's what I'm gonna do. My creamer, Kremer. Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't know how to pronounce it, Uile watercolors. Oh my gosh. Just look at that. Iuile. Iuile. Ta-da! So fun. So I'm going to do that. I am going to have some more hot liquid, and I'm going to continue the process. So last night when I was swatching, I looked over at my area of there, and it did not look like that. The canvases were piled there. The brown cabinet was in the middle. That brown cabinet with all those drawers match all my other ones, and they're so beautiful, but I need them on wheels. So I went on Amazon and I ordered a dolly, a flat top, wood top furniture dolly that's almost the right size. So hopefully that's gonna work, and then I could wheel it around, because while I wanna do big canvases on that wall. I wanna do a mural. I wanna do big. So if everything's stuffed up there and there's a heavy piece of furniture that I can't move out of the way, then I won't be able to do what I want to do. It's got to be, oh, it's sideways. We're tilted. We're going to be a little tilted. So the blue desk, that aqua blue, that's my favorite color, is on wheels. I've had that forever, from Venice, from like very long time ago. It was my desk, and that wheels around. So if a big canvas needs to go there, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to pull it out now. You guys are just going to hang with me while I'm doing this, and I'm going to explain some things. I know many of you are doing decluttering. It's Saturday. It's a day to like either make a list of everything you want to do and everything you want to get rid of, or actually just start doing it. And I sprung into action because ever since I gave up caffeine, I've been getting more messages from upstairs, which is what I wanted. I wanted to hear messages from my parents. I want to tap into the protection that's available, the inspiration that's available. I want to be clean, clear, and bright, and the caffeine was causing me anxiety. I have no more anxiety. I sleep better, and I am getting more messages from Spirit, God, upstairs, my parents. So when I was sitting that morning, I opened my eyes and I heard no caffeine, and that was that. So what happens is when you spend time in a room that you want to create, someone can't just design it for you. Nobody could say, Dara, where do you want this? I wouldn't know until I know. And last night I got the message that whole area was severely cluttered and clogging up, and it didn't feel conducive to being free and painting. So I decided, and the little easel I was using was too wobbly and not substantial, so I'm getting out this very substantial easel, and I'm going to put it on there. Hi, Sunny D here. And I made the executive decision to not go for a walk and not go to the gym, because this is my gym. I'm getting 900 boxes of Doobie Oracle decks, my decks I designed, and I had to move the heavy boxes today, and I had to take apart that brown cabinet, take all the drawers out because it was way too heavy to slide or move. So everything came out, and I moved it enough so when the wheels come in a couple days, I'll take it apart again. This is Loudon, Louden, art board, and there's a man who makes these, and I don't know what that piece is that came off. So this is going to go here. And this one is sturdy. So this one I can put, oh, it looks like it came apart. So this one I can put smaller canvases on. I could tape watercolor or acrylic paper to it. Plus I can also lean bigger canvases on when I in fact put this back on at the bottom to hold the canvas. So this is my workout. This is my exercise. This is my joy. Yes, it's beautiful in Sedona. It is so beautiful out. It's just beautiful, and I have the door open, so that's fine. I wanted to tell you that sometimes you have to wait, like I have to wait for the wheels on that thing, or I decided I don't want my colored pencils and colored pencils on all my markers and pens out, so I decided to order some little cubbies for the drawers, which should be coming today or tomorrow. And then those can tuck in. And when I'm sitting at the desk, I could just turn around and reach in for what colors I want. I am a mixed media artist. I like to be able to grab acrylic markers and my little gel pens and my Woody Stabilos and my watercolors. Sorry, this is so wobbly. Oh, well. Hi, you guys. Hi, Laura. Maximilian, you're new here, so you're an artist. Pretty cool. Definitely. And I realized after spending a week with Tony the Tech, if anybody needs tech help, he's amazing. I had 2 computers from 2013, and I needed to look at the photos and what was on there and Evernote and recipes. And I realized that most of my art and time was making food. And ever since I went carnivore, I don't spend as much time in the kitchen, and therefore I get to make other art. And this is my roots. I've always been painting on walls, on tables. I used to be an indoor muralist and do trompe-l'oeil and faux finishes. And my mom had a store in Short Hills, New Jersey, and I painted tables and she sold them. I painted huge canvases and she sold them. It has been years since this has been my thing. So I am giving myself enough and ample time and peace to create, and that's art, to create a space that works for me, and it will keep evolving because it does as you realize what you're actually doing and what you're actually using. But I'm in the process of, for example, this drawer had to come out. This drawer is filled with old photos and memorabilia. And funny enough, at the top, you can't see, but these are photographs. This is one wall. I did four walls in a little girl's bedroom. It was in Florida, and there were rolling lavender hills and bunnies, and I feng shuied it, and it was just a magnificent watercolory mural for her room. And this is a bed that I painted. This is ancient. It's ancient. So I want to not put these back, but I ordered archival boxes to put these in. This is me. I have that amethyst still, and that was in my jewelry studio. Red walls, red carpet. So, oh yeah, natural jewelry. Me pregnant, working out. I painted, my mom did this spread for a magazine, Victorian Home and Gardens, and she did silk flowers. I mean, she was so talented. She did this whole thing, and I came in and painted the mantelpiece with little cupids, cherubs in the middle. So funny that it popped out now. I was not going to put this back. Look how gorgeous she wrapped these presents. And I would hand paint ornaments. Oh, here's a jewelry page. Some of my jewelry. I love that piece. That was a big, like, breastplate. So I don't want the photographs just smooshed in here with art that Jada made and yeah. Oh, This one I could frame. I like this one. This is me in my first jewelry metalsmithing studio that my friend Caesar made for me on his property. And this is when I started metalsmithing. Blonde. So what I want to do is I want to keep those, but I want them not to be jumbled in this box. Look at what's going on here. So I can't rest until this is settled. And that's my activity. Britney Spears did own one of my, and so did Madonna. Britney Spears had, we opened up a magazine. I opened up a magazine. I think it was OK Magazine or something. And she was in concert and my ring was on her finger. And I was like, what the, that's crazy. Yeah. So I was in trade magazines pretty much every month. And I had an amazing publicist who, she only worked with Neil Lane. And it was back before a lot of jewelers got invited to do red carpet. It was a long time ago. That's me and my mama. This is an old page of an old photograph book that I had. And I wrote, me modeling my new raincoat, Mom too. I must have done that when I was like 10. I don't know. She made it for me, that raincoat. And I have a sewing machine and I don't want to get rid of it because my mom sewed. Oh, I gotta show Jada this. Me and some friends in Florida with my ex-husband, Jeffrey. Oh my gosh, this is the night. I didn't know this was gonna be show and tell. My mom is an artist. My mom was just an out-of-the-box thinker. And this was, I still have this outfit because my mom was like, you can't get rid of that. She loved it. And this is Herbie and I dancing at the night before Jeffrey and I got married. And I have that outfit. This is fun. And I was traveling with him in Papua New Guinea. And you can see when I traveled, I would sketch and draw pictures of people and then give them the pictures to them. And this is a picture I drew of her. So I'm back to my roots, you guys. That's basically, here's my mom with her sunglasses. We were in Paris and then put her reading glasses over her sunglasses. So these need to be framed. These need to be, oh, I gotta show Jada this. This is the bed that I had, and it's little Jada. Okay. Wow. Oh, me and my mom and Danny. So these are precious. So they need to go in an archival box. And I used to love Halloween. You can imagine that I loved Halloween and I always dressed people up. All right, so we got some boxes. We got some amazing photographs. We have, and this could be my night activity. You know, that's a fun, listen to music, listen to YouTube. I'm not a proponent of throwing out photographs unless they are of someone that doesn't make you feel good. And I don't have any of those. None of those. Everybody who's in here, I like. I like them all. This is Jeffrey and I in Borneo. And me with an orangutan at my legs. And that's what they dress like, or dressed like. They grew gourds and they hung a rock at the end of the gourd and they hollowed it out and they would put that with a string and that was their attire. And the funniest moment in my entire life, and I said, if this doesn't ever make me laugh, like I might as well be not living, because when Jeffrey, Jada's dad, Chief Yali, said to him, "You Cheap Yali, me Jeopardy," and that meant they wanted to switch clothes. They switched outfits, and Jeffrey came out in a gourd and like the things and I don't think I've ever laughed so hard. Mommy's so beautiful. Thank you. She is. You had a huge crush on me back in the day. Did I meet you in person? All right. Yeah, these are some old pictures for reals. This one is wild. Well, this one is me and a paper mache giraffe I made when I was little. This is art time, you guys. And this was a woman that we met who she didn't have all her fingers. And the reason she didn't have all her fingers is that when somebody passed, and she's old, when somebody in her family passed, they would take off the finger. They would wrap a string and yeah. Wow. All right. Oh, Herbie. All right, and then we're gonna get going. This is what can happen when you start going through your photos, but it's a beautiful thing. Promise me, if there's somebody in there, when you start decluttering and looking through and designing your space, you are going to find things that just don't suit you anymore. And if they give you any sinking in your chest or your body, they don't belong. This belongs. My heart. Herbie. This is 70s Herbie. Actually, I don't know if this is 70s. Let me look. My mom painted everything gray. I don't know. But isn't he handsome? So, all right. So this box will be tonight's activity, just like last night's activity was swatching. And I'm not resting until I only have brushes that I use, not ones that I don't use. I'm not resting until I only keep that which I use and that which I love. And with all these drawers in this space, you can imagine how much stuff, right? But those are neat. Those are all neat. And I did not want to, I'm glad I didn't label all of them because they actually all interchange, so I can take out a drawer and switch it with the other, but I want to make sure that they're in their proper places and proper drawers for ease of swiveling around and using them. You're watching me on a big screen TV. Juliet, this is Dear Juliet video. I drove up, I went to go return. I know it's a whole long story, but I was like, I'm gonna go make a Dear Juliet video. So this is a Dear Juliet video because she's in the middle of, she's had a small room that was packed with stuff. And I think it was like a year and a half ago she told me about it. And then I got a message and some videos that Juliet emptied the room and everything was in her living room. And right now my other friend has everything on her bed. I feel a lot of us are doing this. Like this is the time to lighten up so we can move forward and we can create anew who we are today. So Juliet is being so brave, and I got a message from her, help. I need some motivation. And so all I can say is that you are going to feel so good when it's done. But make no mistake, when you're in the middle of it, you're not doing, I'm not going to the gym, I'm not going for walks in Sedona. There's people out and about having fun, and I'm like, nope. This is my fun, because when I get to be done, I get to create. And when I'm done, when you're done, Juliet, your loved ones get to sleep in that little room and be like, and have their privacy. So always picture the end result. I want to move around, and I know it works because I already organized the space around my desk and I've been creating. I've been like, I need my white gel pen and I know exactly where it is. I need my gold one. I need that colored pencil, and I'm reaching. I just want to make sure I don't have to reach too far. But it's really for ease of living that you're doing it, for ease of getting dressed, for appreciating what you do have and being like, when you touch that perfect pair of pants, and when you put a little vase of flowers in the room, Juliet, picture like a little vase of flowers and a glass of water before they go to bed, and nice lighting, and everything's so sweet, and you have so much love in your heart, not so much junk in your closet. I want to have so much ease of movement with my studio that it just feels like even more heaven. It's always felt like heaven in here just because I love art supplies, but it's always felt a little like packed in. And last night I felt congested. I felt absolutely congested with the piles, and it was dirty. Like when I moved the wooden cabinet, which I had to take apart, all those drawers came apart and they were heavy, and I opened the pieces and then I measured to get like a rolling trolley for underneath it. Hope it fits. It's a little small lengthwise and it's a little wide, but I think it'll be fine. It's a couple inches too wide and a few inches too small, but I think it'll sit nicely. If not, I will need to have one made. But I put flowers there. I just went to Interdependence. And now I know I can move that blue table. So, and I can set up a canvas, it's sturdier. So if you're setting up on something that's wobbly, no. If you are walking into a closet and you have to like eyeballs have to wade through the no's to get to the yeses, no. If you are in your kitchen, like I looked at my spice drawer and I'm like, I'm not using all my spices. That prime real estate could be used for something else. It was so hard to start, says Dear Juliet. I'm in the flow getting it done. I'm so proud of you. It's happening. You're right. I'm not exercising except carrying stuff up and down the stairs. That's your body movement. That's your chi movement. You move your stuff, you change your life. You move your stuff, you move your body. You lighten up your weight, you lose the weight. End of story. Do I teach yoga? No. I started taking yoga again though, and I feel so good. I'm going tomorrow morning. So I have all the hours into the night, and that's how I look at it. I'm so lucky that I don't have to be anywhere and do anything else other than create a heavenly sanctuary for myself to create. Juliet's creating a heavenly sanctuary for her children to stay. My friend is creating a lovely sanctuary in her closet to, if you don't want to get rid of something, you don't have to get rid of it. If there's like clothes that you love but you're not wearing, or there's things that you're not using and you love them, put them in one of those vacuum seal bags that sucks out the air and put it somewhere. You don't have to part with something you love. However, if it's in the way of your daily activity and you're not using it daily, then please remove it. I paint. I do paint. I could get lost in this right now. Okay, 3 generations before Jada was born, and then I'm going to stop. We got Grandma Sylvia, I thought she would tell me I look fedart. When I got skinny, she's like, you look fedart, which is a Yiddish word, which I heard this artist today, 1000. I was watching him use this visual. It's called what's it called? One of those things that they play video games with and they could see virtual reality, but artists are now using them for murals. You can scan your artwork in and it will project it on the wall for you to see, and then you can trace it. And after I get everything all done, I'm going to use my projector to project large, but if that's just annoying, I may look into getting one of those so I can work big from my small, because I love drawing small. Anyway, Grandma Sylvia and I used to play around with Yiddish. That's Beverly and me. All right, now what? Okay, I'm gonna fix the easel. I'm gonna put a painting on the easel. I'm gonna keep going, but I wanted to really look at it. Like, it's funny how I took a box of nail polish out of one of the drawers and I was going to put it in my bathroom. I'm like, no, go through those. Like, don't save all of those. So I think we're going to end on that note, you guys. And I'm just motivating Juliet, cheering her on. She's already doing it in the flow. The best thing you can do is take everything out of your closet, take everything out of your drawers, and just be really real with it and feel the feeling of when you open that drawer. My spice drawer is beautiful. So it's really just, what do you want to feel like? Every drawer, every cabinet, every room, ready, set, go. What's a good portable wheeled art cart? That's a good question, because I don't like, one of them I don't like. I'll show you. How do I get this off? Close your eyes and make it dizzy. You make it dizzy? Close your eyes. Okay. So I love this one. And I think this was Michael's or IKEA. I only got them at Michael's or IKEA. This one I don't like. It's just a little bulky here. It's sturdier. I put all of my paints here. They were all on this blue table looking junky and just confusing my eyeballs. So I have red, yellow, pink, blue, greens, earth colors. I'm going to organize where to put my canvases. I have a lot to do, but you know what? This is fun. These are all going to go in like this, but they're going to have little things. Wait till you see what I've done. I have cutting tools here. I have my gouache and inks here. See it? I left empty because that's prime real estate. Mod Podge and glues. That might change space because that's prime real estate. I don't use it all the time. These are watercolor. Oh, look at you. I just found watercolor palettes that need swatching. So that's another activity. Watercolors. This is my to-go watercolor when I want to go paint on the go. Empty tins and boxes to carry things in. Wow, these are swatched. These are all my swatched ones. Oh, not swatched. Yeah, so every drawer is going to be tight and everything will be labeled. Glitter may not go on prime real estate. I stuck my paint cans in here because I like to graffiti, spray paint. That's all my tape. You get the drill. My incense drawer, aprons, all to be, you know, further. I have to go through these and make sure they're all good. I want to use them. I can't wait. I leave this for my paint markers. I also sometimes leave this open as like a place to put a palette. When this is on wheels, it's going to be great. I do have to go through my flat file. It's not ending. It's never ending. But how cute is that? Now this was a discovery I made when I was using alcohol markers, which I just moved next to my desk because I wasn't using them where they were. And then because alcohol markers are notoriously fugitive, meaning they are not light fast, meaning they will fade, you have to keep them in a dark drawer or a notebook and scan them. And prints can be made of them, and that's fine. But I decided to do Mod Podge. You could see it's shiny to kind of protect it. I have so much fun stuff. I have so many little doobies I want to cut out and put on my abstract work. I cut them out and I keep them. There's going to be a lot of collaging of doobies on big canvases, on little ones. So I'm really good at drawing these small, which is why I want to plan to blow these up on a projector so that I can make them big. Because drawing them big isn't the same as drawing them small. It just doesn't feel the same. Oh, hi, Mama. What is your mom's name, Juliet? Yay! Paint. Get a little area that you keep out. I would definitely have an art cart and then keep your pad of paper and your markers. I think Michael's. And I love this one. It's ancient and it's been everywhere. Literally next to my dining room table in Venice here. So I'm happy to see you, Juliet. I'm so happy that you popped on because I was literally driving the van up the driveway and I was like, I'm going to make a Dear Juliet video. Dear Juliet, you're doing it. We have lots of things, canvases, lots of paper to paint. And now it's all out so I could see it. Okay, so now I'm going to carry on. This was fun. This was the fun part. I was talking to you guys about it, but it is time to get back to it. Just remember, every little thing adds up. Do you know what I mean? Like everything, every little thing that you have in your house adds up. So while you're like, oh, that's just little things add up. If you're not using the candle holders, if you're not using that belt, I'm speaking to myself. If I'm not using that tray, if I'm not using that XYZ, I'm getting bit because the doors are open and the mosquitoes are just crazy these days. If you're not using it, lose it. Love it, use it, or lose it. Bye, you guys. Oh, thanks for moderating, whoever you are. I don't listen to anything other than what I want to listen to. like the chimes and the birds and my lovies here. So play music. I'm going to do that. I'm just so cheering you on. It's my love letter to you. I'm so excited for you and your mom to be hanging out and do art. Send me a picture of what you do. We're going to do art soon. When this is all done, we're going to be creating. I'm going to be showing you my art supplies, and we're going to be creating and hanging things and gifting things. So I don't know what first, but I'll figure it out. It's overwhelming, but you just do one thing at a time. I will see you soon. Bye, you guys.